What's up guys, it's Average On making average content for the average viewer, and today I want to give you guys some Battlefield tips and tricks about how you can stop dying as much in Battlefield 2042. I feel like a lot of people at the moment are running around and getting slapped harder than a ginger stepson, but fear not. I have a few tips for you guys that should at least help you stop making silly mistakes that are getting you killed all the time. Before we get on with the video, I just want to remind you all that I currently have a slap bet on with my brother-in-law that if I don't hit 20,000 subscribers by Christmas, I get a big nice slap in the face, and as it happens, I actually quite like my face, so please help me if you can. But with that out of the way, let's get on with these tips. Number 1, learn your rotations. There are so many different maps that you have to learn within this game, and each map in this game can be played in a variety of different ways. For the purpose of this video, I just want to focus on one to give you the broad idea of what I am talking about, and then you can work out your own rotations from there. So, in Conquest, you always have a number of different sectors that you can be attacking or defending at any one point. Now, on every single map, there are always certain sectors that are very, very heavy when it comes to infantry gameplay, which, if you're an infantry player like myself, these are the areas that you want to stick to. So, on the map Manifest, for example, right up on the top of the hill, you have the B sector, and in 9 games out of 10, it is this area that is going to be the most heavily contested when it comes to infantry players. Now, what you're going to want to do is, instead of charging head on into the fray, pretending that the enemy team are the English army coming towards you and you're William Wallace about to set your kingdom free, instead, what you want to do is be a lot smarter with how you tackle this situation. Honestly, the B sector on Manifest is such a good area for you to play and improve when it comes to 1v1 gunfights. However, what I want you to do is try and take the least amount of fair 1v1s possible. Literally, because of the netcode, because of the bullet spread, because of a lot of the things in this game that aren't perhaps working as they should at the moment, a 1v1 gunfight is literally like the second worst case scenario that you should be getting involved in at the moment. So instead, you ought to try and take gunfights on your terms. So, using this sector as an example on Manifest, what I would suggest you do is either go to the left or to the right and then work your way in a circular motion. The thing is, a lot of people will be camping with snipers and DMRs on these grassy banks either side of the sector, and as you work your way round and kill them from behind, which is super easy, what you're effectively doing is making it so that you're at least 90% sure that there is no one coming from behind you from the left or to the right, and the only place you should have to worry about is directly in front of you, and depending on if you're to the left or the right of the point, obviously, you'll only have to worry about that direction too. This will mean that you won't get caught with your pants down so easily and so often, and you should be able to get a hell of a lot more kills, but more importantly, stay alive a lot longer. Number 2. Don't be a hero. There is literally no reason in this game for you to be a hero. No one cares because no one even sees you on the scoreboard. No one's going to be in the same server as you next time to give you grief if you didn't heal them. No one cares because they have made this game so that team play is a lot less important. I'm not saying that you shouldn't invoke team play, but what I am saying is that there are certain situations where you do have to be selfish and protect your own life. Number 1 being, please do not res people when they are in the open. I know it's a good feeling getting that res, and I know that you're trying to unlock that Falk skin, but please do not res people when they have just been shot in the middle of nowhere. It is literally helping no one, and it will always get you killed, and if the person that has killed that person literally just in front of you sees you resing them, 9 times out of 10 they'll just wait until you've res them, and then they'll get 2 easy kills. So please stop resing people in the open. You're not helping yourself, and you're not helping the person that you are resing. And on a similar note to this, I know that the hovercrafts and the tanks can be super aggressive and super annoying in Battlefield 2042, but again, you're only wasting enemy tickets if you keep trying to charge them head on with a C4 and a Dream. 9 times out of 10, this is going to end up with your brain splattering the wall behind you. The enemy tank will still be there, and the only thing that will have changed is that your team will have 1 less ticket. Number 3, always be ready. First of all, stop tactical sprinting everywhere. Stop doing it. literally stop tactical sprinting at every opportunity that you get. If there's a massive long run in front of you, then go ahead, by all means, double tap that sprint button and tactical sprint to your heart's content, but there is no reason in close quarter situations or around points that you should be tactical sprinting everywhere, and there are two reasons for this. First of all, it's loud as shit. People will hear you coming from a country mile away. When you run in this game, you have all the grace of a dainty elephant. So really, if you don't want to be heard and you want to get the upper hand on your enemies, stop tactical sprinting and they won't hear you coming. And second of all, tactical sprinting within Battlefield 2042 dramatically increases your time to shoot from sprinting. Because your gun is in the air as you are running, when you stop, you pull the trigger and shoot. If the enemy wasn't running, then they'll already have 2 or 3 bullets in you by the time you get your first shot off, by which time you'll probably be dead. So, always think about how you're using your tactical sprint. Yes, it can be very useful to traverse the map, but it is not the be all and end all, and it is not something that you should be doing 100% of the time. Instead of tactical sprinting, what you should be doing is taking every corner as slow and as methodical as possible. This means getting your crosshair placement dead on. I did talk a bit about crosshair placement in my how to get better aim video a couple days ago, but if you did miss that, I'll just briefly go over it quickly here. As you are walking around corners, instead of just running looking at the floor or looking at the sky or looking off to the left, you should be aiming exactly where you think the enemy's head is going to be when you pop around that corner. And on top of this, you should be taking these corners whilst you are walking, so that if someone is around that corner, you'll be able to ADS and shoot as quickly as possible. If you do this correctly and you practice this a lot, you will honestly find yourself dying a hell of a lot less. And finally, number 4, and that is just think smarter. For example, say you're dead and you're waiting to spawn into the game. You could spawn on a further away objective, but you really can't be bothered to run all that way and then end up getting sniped in the open by some pesky little sniper sat on a rooftop. So instead, you see that one of your friendlies is right in the thick of it. However, your squad mate is currently unavailable to spawn on because he is in combat. So you sit there, you hover over his name tag for a bit, and then all of a sudden it allows you to click. So you click, you spawn in, and bam, you get shot in the head. This is because you are not thinking smartly. Chances are, if your squad mate has just become available to spawn on because before they were predisposed whilst they were in combat, well, 9 times out of 10, that gunfight isn't necessarily over. They might have got the first person that they were shooting. However, people usually travel in groups of 2 or 3, not to mention the fact that people are able to spawn on people whilst they're in that gunfight. So, if your friendly has only just got out of a gunfight, it's probably a better idea to spawn on the flag behind and make your way to them, unless they have specifically told you that it is safe to spawn on them. Anyway, there we have it, a few small tips and tricks to help you guys stop dying so frequently in Battlefield 2042. I just want to take this time at the end of the video here to just thank you all so much for all your support. The support on these videos has been absolutely insane, and I can honestly say I have never seen growth on my YouTube channel quite like this, and I am nothing but grateful to all of you guys who tune in and watch these videos. But anyway, for those of you who have watched these videos before, you'll know that I love to see who sticks around until the end. So if you're still here, I'd like you to let me know by answering this question down in the comments. Would you rather have a penis on your chin or your nose in your gooch? Anyway, that's it from me today. I'm Average Joel. Peace.